Are you considering Thailand as your living or retiring abroad destination? If so, that's wonderful. The land of smiles has so much to offer those looking to settle down there. But, like with any major decision, such as leaving your home country to live in a new environment, it's important to take a holistic approach. In today's video, friends, I will analyze the pros and cons of living in Thailand and cover a broad range of topics, such as healthcare, lifestyle, safety, and so on, with the goal of having you by the end of this video be more informed before making a decision for yourself. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. After reaching Coast Fire, my wife and I moved abroad with our 2 kiddos and are currently living it up in Asia. If learning about ways to build wealth and retiring abroad is your thing, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more fresh and fun content to come soon. So the first topic of discussion is that of lifestyle and the quality of life you can experience in Thailand. You may have heard this before, but it's true that while living in Thailand, the adventure and things to do seems never ending. I certainly noticed this firsthand. There are massages available practically everywhere, plenty of water activities at the beach. The nature aspect is incredible, by the way. And of course, Thailand is known around the world for its famous nightlife, including night markets, lively pubs, and more. So a nice aspect of the lifestyle is that you'll probably have a difficult time getting bored. There is a concern, however, that comes along with having all the lively music and partying, which is, are you ready? Lack of noise control. If you live next to a large night market or partying area, then you may have a difficult time sleeping due to the loud sounds that can last all night. So be mindful and make sure to visit the place you are considering to retire first. You'll want to check out both the day and night life before renting out a place. Okay, so yes, there are many activities and partying in Thailand with a lot of tourists. Over 28 million in 2023 alone. But if you're looking to settle down, that is definitely possible too. It may be crowded, yes, in certain areas. Patong Beach, for example, in Phuket during peak tourist seasons. But you can still, number 1, choose an area such as the northern regions of Thailand that is less crowded. Or, number 2, visit crowded areas during the off-season for travelers. And remember that in Thailand, you get to choose your own pace of lifestyle and have the flexibility to choose between city life or beach life. This is a big pro in my opinion. There are many amazing places to retire in addition to the popular Bangkok and Phuket. For example, there is the Chiang Mai to the north with lush mountain landscapes, Pattaya to the southeast of Bangkok, Hua Hin to the southwest of Bangkok, and the second largest island called Koh Samui. Please let me know in the comment section if you prefer beach life or city life. Okay, so in Thailand, you can enjoy a tropical climate year-round, but due to the high temperatures ranging from 86 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit, and the high humidity levels with the average relative humidity being about 80%, it can feel very hot, especially in the months between March to May. So, depending on how you look at it, this could be seen as a pro for some and a con for another. There are certainly ways to cool off. I mean, you get to wear shorts and sandals in the evenings, and you could even choose to live more to the north where the climate tends to be a bit more mild. When it comes to quality of life, in major cities you can enjoy a ton of amenities. I found everything I could need and more during my stay in Bangkok. You can enjoy high-speed internet, food delivery services, spas, great healthcare, Western food options, and more. This is for the more developed urban areas. If you decide to live in more rural parts of Thailand, then it will look a little bit different, with fewer amenities and power outages from time to time. One great news, however, is that Thailand is making efforts to improve the infrastructure throughout rural areas. One such example is the Thailand's Village Broadband Internet Project, where they are working very hard to offer complimentary broadband internet access to all villages, and it's expected to increase its digital economy from 12% to 30% by the year of 2027. Okay, on to our next topic, which is cost of living and budgeting. Generally speaking, the cost of living is much more affordable in Thailand each month compared to places like the USA, Australia, and the UK. I was amazed to see how I could purchase street food for around $1 to $3 and get a massage for under 10 bucks. On top of that, it was a bit of a shock going from spending an arm and leg on tips in the USA to going to a non-tipping culture in Thailand. Of course, you can still tip if desired, and it is appreciated for excellent service, but it's not exactly expected or required like it is in the USA. If you've been to the USA, you'll know what I mean there. It's a great time, right? So I said, generally speaking, you will spend less money in Thailand, but that doesn't mean you don't need a budget. Most people can get by on anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 depending on where you live in urban areas versus rural and lifestyle preferences. That's an average number because there are definitely foreigners living in Thailand and spending up to $5,000 or even more. But the good news here, friends, is that you do not need to spend that much money to live a comfortable and very happy life during your stay in Thailand. So regardless of where you live around the world, it's it's important to understand how much you can afford to spend each month and stick to that budget. The last thing anyone would want is to run out of money while living or retiring overseas. At some point, you will need to visit a doctor or maybe even see a specialist. Maybe a loved one has fallen ill and you need to go visit them. In these cases, it'll be good to have some extra cash on hand. That's why I recommend the following money tips before moving abroad. Number 1 is to get out of bad debt. Number 2, have multiple sources of income. And number 3, have an emergency fund saved up. For more details on how to build wealth and prepare to move abroad, please visit other videos on my channel. So to sum up this topic, a big pro is that you can live very comfortably on less money while in Thailand. A con, however, is that expenses can add up if you're not careful, especially for imported Western goods that tend to have a high import tariff. And be careful of your living location. If you live in a resort area, it'll be much more expensive. Up next is the topic of healthcare in Thailand. So it's no doubt that there is world-class healthcare in major urban areas. According to Newsweek and global data from Statista, we can see some of the many world-class hospitals in Thailand that offer first-class care, research, and innovation. I want to share with you now a list showing the top 10 hospitals with their score and city. Yes, these are all in Bangkok, but we can see lower down the list that there are other cities such as Songkhla, Chiang Mai, Khon Kaen, and more. So this is a major pro, having access to the high-quality healthcare with the medical resources and training to meet your needs. Many of these top-tier hospitals also require their doctors to be trained abroad and study English. Another great thing for us native English speakers. Let's look on the flip side though. If you are not in urban areas and instead in very rural parts, then you may not find the highest quality healthcare with staff that doesn't speak as much English. There is a free public healthcare system available for the locals, but as a foreigner, you'll need to purchase a private domestic or international health insurance plan. Fortunately, the healthcare overall is considered inexpensive. There are plans with exclusive inpatient coverage at around $1,500 to $3,000 USD per year. According to trade.gov, a tourist in Thailand can save anywhere from 25 to 75% on different procedures and treatment options compared to the USA. For example, a heart bypass surgery in Thailand can cost $13,000, which is almost 9 times less than the US, which is $113,000. Let's talk now about people, food, and the culture. If you have a difficult time adapting or accepting different viewpoints, then moving abroad to a country with a different culture may not be the best option for you. But those who are open-minded and willing to adapt, you may end up loving certain aspects of living in Thailand. I must say that the people there are really kind and very hospitable. Over 90% of the population is Thai, with the major religion being Buddhism, which is essentially not living in extremes and cultivating a sense of non-attachment to certain things. Saving face is an important aspect of many Asian cultures, and the same is true in Thailand. So remember, it's good not to complain or make a big scene in public and treat others with respect. Another Thai saying I love is Mai Pen Rai, which basically means no worries. The Thai people are known for not getting beaten up about small inconveniences and are great at being down to earth and looking for the positive. As for the cuisine, you'll see mostly Thai food, but it's quite expansive with many options from curries, broths, salads, and more. I found the food to be super tasty and fresh. You can experience many flavors ranging from spicy pepper to peanut sauces. And a couple of popular dishes include the pad thai or pan-fried noodles, yam, which is a spice salad, and tom yum kung, a lemon-flavored soup with shrimp. The fruit is also on another level with its sweet and delicious taste. Food will definitely come down to your personal preference, but to me, it's a big win and a pro to living in Thailand. Alright, let's talk about communication. A pro here is that in major cities, you can get by speaking English, but you may find it difficult having deeper level conversations. Thai is the national language and English is just not widely spoken, especially when it comes to the more rural parts. Instead of getting frustrated by this fact, I would instead try to pick up on the Thai language. And remember that there is so much more to building a friendship than language alone. I mean, there are mannerisms, generosity, and loyalty. One of my biggest passions in life is to build meaningful relationships with people from different cultures, because at the end of the day, we all share similarities and have common needs and desires in life. So if you're someone who struggles with patience and is not willing to pick up at least some of the native language, then Thailand may not be the best fit for you. But you could be missing out on making some incredible friendships. I was even able to use Google Translate in one situation to help me communicate, and I'm just so grateful for that type of technology in our day. One other thing worth mentioning is that you can also make great friendships with the growing expat community in Thailand. Alright, on to the topic of safety. Let's look at the crime index and safety index for Thailand compared to the US and the UK. First off, countries with a crime index less than 20 are considered very low. Between 20 to 40 is low, the 40 to 60 range is moderate, 60 to 80 is high, and anything over 80 is considered very high, okay? The far left shows the overall rank compared to all other countries. Rank number 1 is the most unsafe country, so the higher the number, the overall safer the country is. The United States comes in ranked 59 with a crime index of 49.2. The UK ranked at 62, so a little bit safer than the US with a slightly lower crime index of 47.8. Then Thailand is ranked 98. Remember, when it comes to this crime index, the lower the number, the better or safer. Thailand's crime index is 37.8. Now let's take a quick look at the safety index, which takes into consideration more than just crimes, but also people's perception of crimes, safety comparisons between countries, local government institutions, etc. For this index, the higher the number, the better, opposite of the crime index. The US safety index is 50.8, the UK is 52.2, and Thailand is the highest at 62.2. So looking at the far left column, the rank alone, we can see that Thailand is overall safer than the United States and the United Kingdom. Violent crimes towards foreigners tend to be less. But remember that it can get crowded with many tourists, so look out for crimes such as theft and scams, especially scams. Now let's look at the pros and cons of travel and transportation. Thailand is in an awesome spot geographically and literally surrounded by countries you can easily visit. There's Cambodia, Vietnam, and Malaysia, which are very close. You can also visit places like the Philippines and Singapore within 3 hours traveling by plane. So this really opens up your adventure possibilities. And with 10 international airports, traveling outside the country and back to your home country if wanted is a breeze. Now when it comes to travel or transportation within Thailand, there are many modes to travel, but it can get a bit messy and congested in downtown areas, especially during rush hour. If you have road rage, this may not be the best place for you, with many people not exactly following all the traffic rules, with cars and scooters weaving around and going very fast sometimes. On the flip side, riding a scooter is very convenient. I personally ride an electric scooter every day, and yeah, it's super fun and nice, you just have to be careful and not aggressive. So after hearing this analysis of pros and cons for these various topics, do you still want to live or retire in Thailand? Please let me know your answer and your biggest reasons for why you feel the way you do in the comment section below. To not miss out, friends, on more building wealth tips and retiring abroad content, please cordially smash that like button, and I will see you soon.